of Gombe literally ran the man who put him in office out of town on a particular day when they even wanted to come into town to witness the wedding of his granddaughter.
Yeah.
So prevented him from entering Gombe.
That's right.
We've seen even with the former governor, or the governor before, that the same Juma Goje faced hell in the hands of Dan Kwambo, whom he put in office. Even in Kwara, Bukola Saraki as governor did everything possible to make sure that he had independence of thought and he had independence in decision making in the making of appointments, despite the fact that he owes whatever is politically to his father, who mentored him and facilitated this becoming governor. So people must learn from this. Wike must realize that before him, there was a certain Jim Nwobodo, former governor of the old Eastern States, who brought Chimaroke Nnamani all the way from the US to come and become governor of the state. And within a few months, Nnamani turned completely against the man who put him in office. They split the House of Assembly into two. And Nwobodo supporters in the House of Assembly were having their own meetings in Abuja, while the governor's people were having theirs in Enugu. Invariably, he was able to lure some of the lawmakers on Nwobodo's side to his side. Well, what do you expect? A governor has tremendous resources. And in the end, the table turned fiercely. And Chimaroke Nnamani took complete control. He had forgotten that someone put him there. Nnamani was paid back in similar coin when Sullivan Chime, a man that he chose over and above others to succeed him, turned against him the same week that Sullivan Chime took office. Sullivan Chime went after Nnamani's loyalists. He chased some of them out of their quarters, their government quarters, within 1 week of taking power. And they tried their best to make sure that Sullivan Chime was removed out of office by going to confess in the open court how the election was rigged in Sullivan Chime's favor. But he still didn't stop the judiciary from giving victory to Sullivan Chime. So Sullivan Chime ruled the state without any form of deference to the immediate past governor who put him in office. He turned against him. I've seen a governor from the Northwest who today has turned against his benefactor. So these things happen. These things happen. People want to be their own man. And Wike must realize that at this stage, he has to tread softly. He believes that victory will be his in the final analysis. But I still believe that a governor has an advantage in matters like this. By the time the governor begins to work fully with enemies of his godfather, both in the APC and in the PDP, in that state, the table will ultimately turn. Right. And don't forget, the resources at the behest of the governor of River State is huge. So there's advantage of Fubara's side. Yeah. I agree that it's such a bad thing to be ungrateful. I agree that it looks too early to turn against the structures that put you in office. It looks too early to turn against your benefactor. But these things happen. Look at even Benue State. The Secretary Governor of Federation put Father Elia in office. He made sure the primaries that were conducted were the sort of primaries that would give Father Elia an advantage. He opted for the general module of primaries because he knew that if they were to do it by delegate module, those who have been in the party for long, people like Barnabas Gemade, would eventually win.
That's right.
So, but today, within the first week of coming into office, Father Alia turned against the Secretary of Government of the Federation, Akume. Today, both men do not really see eye to eye, and their supporters are enemies of one another. So what is happening in Rivers is something that usually happens in our country, but Wike has to show wisdom in handling this matter. Otherwise, his political future could be in jeopardy.